Hi, I'm Rebelle Jacobs, the not-so-wicked witch. This is my way of introducing myself to YouTube, to my Facebook groups, to anyone who doesn't know me. This is me, behind the scenes, without a stitch of makeup on, in my very ordinary room at home. So, I'm just letting you know who I am. I am a witch. I've practiced Wicca. I've studied the old grimoires, the Middle Ages grimoires, the Key of Solomon, things like that. There's many of them, but I won't go into them. I'm a ceremonial magician from the Golden Dawn School. I've read the Hermetic Egyptian papyri. Very interesting, very similar to the grimoires, just dedicated to the ancient gods rather than demons and such things. I'm an energy worker, Reiki, Sikkim, and many others. Mtumo is a big one. I really enjoy it. Energy work is amazing. Opened up whole new worlds for me, and I love it, and I suggest anyone who doesn't have it, go get it. It's amazing. If you're interested in ascension and in starseeds and in any kind of magic, you should know how to use energy. It's amazing. I've studied many paths. One of them was Thelema. I was a Thelemite for several years. I believe in love above all things. I believe in love. I believe in freedom. The freedom to love who you want to love. The freedom to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. And the freedom to be as great a person as you can be. I believe in true will. True will is the purpose you were born to serve. It's a choice whether you serve your purpose or not. But it's the purpose you were born to serve. It's your way of serving God and serving the universe. And I believe in that. And those are all things that Thelemites believe. I believe in many things. I believe in other dimensions. I believe in UFOs. I believe in a lot of things. Apparently, I'm a long-time experiencer. My dad has believed in UFOs for many years. He has some amazing stories about seeing lights in the woods, missing time, some amazing stories. He deals mostly with grays, and I was in denial about the whole UFO connection for many years, mostly because I'm terrified of grays. I wonder why, huh? I guess it's probably because I dealt with them quite a bit, huh? But I'm quite afraid of grays, so I really didn't want to deal with that. I just really wanted to believe it was all spiritual. I really wanted to believe it was all spiritual. But at this point, I'm thinking we really are dealing with other dimensions, and some of these people in other dimensions can actually cross over, and they happen to have UFOs, or at least flying saucers, the things that we call UFOs. It's taken me a long time to come to that conclusion, but it's really the only thing I can see, you know. I've seen a lot of strange things in my life, and, well, let me tell you a little bit about my personal story. Ever since I was a little girl, a tall, thin, blonde man with angular features and great cheekbones would come into my room wearing a cloak and a hooded cowl, and he would take me away somewhere. And he insisted from day one he was my father, my true father, he would say. I had no idea what he was talking about. You know? And honestly, I was a lot afraid of him when I was a kid, for a lot of years, but he was there for me, but no one else was. I was a very sad child, and I would cry all the time. I would cry all the time. And he was there for me. Even when I couldn't see him, I could feel him. When I would cry, he would come, and I could feel a presence, a strong presence. It scared me, because I didn't know what it was that I was feeling. And because no one around me, not only did they not believe in this stuff, it scared the bejesus out of my mom. It scared her really bad. And the only thing she wanted was for it to all go away. And just for me to be a normal person. She just wanted me to be a normal person. And that was never going to happen. That was just never going to happen. It scared her so much. And she fought it. She fought it with every ounce of her being. God rest her soul. I know she's in a better world now. When I was a teenager, a young teenager, I had instant karma. My spirit father gave it to me. When I did something bad would happen. When I did something good would happen. When people hurt me, they would be taken away from my life. He was always protecting me. He was always guiding me. He was the only one who disciplined me. He was the only person I respected. Of all people, he was the only person that I really respected and that I listened to. I wouldn't be around at all if it wasn't for him. Like I said, I had a very painful childhood. I often didn't want to go on. But he was there, so. I don't really like talking about these things because I don't really like to sound crazy. But I think I probably should tell people more about myself. My personal truth. Over the years, I've looked into many different paths because I'm looking for a truth behind the truth behind all the dogmas and all the labels and all the things that people tell us. I want to know what's going on behind the scenes, and that's motivated me. All my life it's motivated me. I have other memories. Before I was 5, I had all kinds of interesting, amazing things that would happen to me that I would remember. I used to think that you could go back in time whenever you wanted to. That you could go and relive things whenever you felt like it. I would ask my mom if we could do that, and she was like, "You're crazy, what's wrong with you?" Even at 3, people thought that. So, yeah, I was like, what do you mean, what's wrong with you? Why can't we go back in time? I did it yesterday, But I was in the other world, and I didn't know that. I couldn't tell the difference between the two worlds before I was 5. I just thought it was everywhere. I was there, And, aging, the idea of aging was just beyond ridiculous to me. I couldn't even understand why a world would exist where you would age, and it just seemed so horrible to me. And I remember these beautiful things. This beautiful place. This just amazing things. And I now think that they were those cities people talk about. Those cities underground. Like Telos. Telos is a city that's supposed to be under Mount Shasta. It's run by the high priest Adama. He fits the description of my father. He's not, but he's similar to Jake. Jake's what I call my spirit father. It's a pretty common name. He's a pretty down-to-earth kind of guy, actually. Over the years, I've had so many things come back to me. So many encounters that I couldn't explain. So many things that didn't make any sense. I'm not even sure, but I might have actually even met Jake in the flesh one time. Well, 3 times. I saw a man who fit his description. Tall and thin, the right face, the right features. But he was just an ordinary man to me. He looked a little different than your average human being. I couldn't understand what it was. There was something about him, and he kept looking at me like he knew me. He kept saying I was like one of his daughters. He would talk about things that were going to happen in the future that I was like, how does he know, you know? And then I saw him in the other world, in the underground city. And he was Jake, and I was like, why does Jake look like that guy? I don't know. I've seen UFOs, and I've had some strange things correlated, strange things coming together, especially lately, of course, as a lot of us are. I really don't even know where to start sometimes. I don't even know where to start. A few years ago, my Kundalini awoke. I found a really great boyfriend, and I don't need to go into how my Kundalini awoke, but there you go. So, my Kundalini awoke, and I just started on this intense spiritual path. I got really deep into mythology, into ancient history, into energy work, into really getting serious about my magic. And I'm a new person. I'm literally a new person right now. I'm not even the person looking at you now that I would have been 5 or 6 years ago. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you the difference. I'm doing this because I feel like it's what I need to do, and I need to have a purpose in my life. Most of my life, I've been a mother, and I have a beautiful son who's bigger than me now, who's beautiful and psychic and amazing, and I'm very proud of him. But he doesn't need me anymore the way he did when he was a kid. And it's time for me to be me and to express myself. So, I'm a singer, you know, and you know, as a singer I am the Wicked Witch, and I sort of own the labels people give me. I sort of own the fears people put on me, but I just wanted you all to know that this is who I really am. Just a grown, lost little girl looking for some way home to a place I could almost remember. I love you all. I love you all. Please take care of